and welcome to tonight's episode of Hey Sister. Hey Sister, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I feel like I had predicted 95.7% of the show thanks to us having the opportunity to go to the residency. But how are you doing, sister?
I am fantastic. Yes, you said that right, cousin. It was fire to me. Listen, y'all come on up in here, those of you who are watching us live for this live reaction for UsherBowl Sunday. Our production assistants trying to get the songs that will perform, because he did so many songs. It was so many songs. A little snip here,
Snippets.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about what are your overall thoughts? So overall thoughts for the show. We got some. It was fire already. That was great. I was worried for a second. It sounded, I think when you're not on stage, the sound was a little off at the beginning. So I was kind of like, wait a minute, I'm having a hard time hearing them.
I was worried because when we went to see him in his residency, he had a malfunction with the skate situation. I know he was trying to slide up on the Will.i.am and all that stuff, and it got a little caught up. He got caught up.
Yes, he did.
And he had that little thing. My overall thoughts are, if you are a bona fide Usher Raymond fan like myself, it was everything. It gave me all the things that I was looking for. And I mostly at the end, I can tell when he was saying brought the aid to the world, that there's a level of gratitude that he feels for the city of Atlanta holding him down. I mean, he mentioned that he was born in Dallas. He spent his initial formative years in Chattanooga, but then they relocated to Atlanta, and Atlanta has definitely shaped him. And so, because we talked about it, a stripper pole was gonna have to be brought out in an homage.
Well, there were so many of the performers that we saw during the residency.
Yes, I was like, oh yeah, I remember Sister. I remember
my girl with the red hair. Okay, yes. Girl, do that thing, girl. Listen, there was, I can't remember which song when he put on the skates, the way they made the stage look, the visual
that was really cool.
Was freaking phenomenal. My daughter and her friends, they are the theater kids. They've been in their group chat going back and forth about it. So overall, I thought it was phenomenal. Now, did you have a favorite song that he sang tonight? Did anybody have a favorite song from tonight?
I mean, I had already told you my favorite song in the pre-show. It was gonna be "Bad Girl Confessions," "Caught Up." All of them,
all the songs,
and "Superstar," and he did all of those. I actually was shocked. I did not think he was gonna do "Oh My Gosh," OMG again, because he's done it. But I liked how Will.i.am kind of threw it back to that.
Yes, and I loved how they did that. I loved how they did that throwback. And the thing is, when he was starting to talk about Superstar, and he talked about Mama, we made it.
Right.
That the prayer, God, I knew I was going to be here when that was beautiful to me.
It was.
So someone said, so glad to see Lil Jon and Luda. Yeah. Loved it all. We got fire. I may have to go to Miami to catch this tour.
Yeah, do that for yourself. Let me say this also. I felt like
Elijah looked at me and said, Mommy, Mommy, what you was doing up in there? Yeah, it was my favorite. He brought the aid to the Super Bowl. Yes.
I want to say, I think that I'm not even exaggerating right now. Y'all know Prince was he was a fan of Alicia Keys, and for her and Alicia said she was gonna be thick tonight. I mean, okay, Alicia, but
she said, I ain't wearing no makeup, but I'm eating good.
Right.
That's what Alicia said. She said, okay, I'm gonna put that body on you. And she was walking good in them heels. I was like,
it was.
She been putting that work in, girl.
Putting in the work. But I think that Prince was smiling down to see her. Come on, her.
Yes. Who was y'all's favorite guy? That exactly. I believe that Prince energy was manifested and came through her when she came out there, and she came out there and did the bad girl with that guitar. Yes. So I don't know who was your
homage to the sisters on the skates who did that split. Okay. Because that
who was your favorite guest? We had a lot. We had JD show up. We had Alicia Keys. We had Ludacris, and we had Lil Jon. I don't know which HBCU band or if it was a collection of HBCU
I think it was a
bands.
well, let me not say that.
We're going to have to find out. Look that up. Let's see what we got here. We got some comments here. It said Prince was proud to see her dancing. Yes, her was amazing. My son said that can't be her playing like that. It is absolutely her playing like that. I love that. Yes, I wanted to pick up a guitar. Yes. The boom. That was the boom? I don't know, sis. I don't know. So, because they didn't allow them to wear their, but beautiful. Okay, now listen, I know my husband is back watching the game right now and he don't care, but y'all, I know
Cappers, I know they gonna have
shimmy,
one clip.
That shimmy ain't gonna die now. I thought we could retire the shimmy at some point, but that damn shimmy is not gonna die because it was performed during the Super Bowl.
Right.
They got Usher the shimmy.
There is a white person right now practicing, trying to figure out. Because they saw it and they said, "Oh, that was real cool. Let me do that." They practicing right now.
They practicing. Yes, Usher did that. Had me up here 8 times open. I know that's right. Lil Jon and Luda were my fave. Love my Georgia folks. Yes, the shimmy is up $1 million. We ain't gonna be able to kill the shimmy now. See, in my era, we didn't have shimmy, child, but Lord, the Kappas ain't gonna know how to contain themselves. Woo!
Child. They talking about mama, we made founders, we made it.
Founders, we have made it. Okay, so let's run through. There was a little teeny bit of My Way, like very, very slight. So we had My Way.
But let's also give a shout out to the whole Cirque du Soleil, because again, he did My Way and he did the homage to,
because there was the Vegas Showgirls and the yes.
So it was a nod. It was a nod.
It was a tip of the hat. So yes, and then you don't have to call.
Because you know.
Because you don't. It's okay, girl. I'm a be all right tonight. Superstar, that came up next. And he seamlessly weaved that in the club. That was like, I don't know how. That
Beyonce, she messed up my bingo card, but okay, y'all.
Okay, yes. Right. And then of course, Alicia Keys came out with My Boo. Well, first of all, she did her song. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. Y'all did that together. So that If I Ain't Got You, Babe, My Boo. And then we had JD come out and introduce Confessions. You know, now the only thing he missed was doing this. He can't
do Watch This. It ain't his ministry. That ain't his ministry.
That's what we missed. That's what I missed, at least that part. And I was not expecting Nice and Slow.
I was not either. And I was like, if he bring Monica out here, wait a minute. But I guess Monica didn't get her invitation, but it's all good.
I guess so. I was not expecting Nice and
Slow. No, that's not Nice and Slow. I'm sorry. That's Slow Jam. Sorry.
Slow Jam. Sorry. I was not expecting
Nice. I was not expecting that.
And I wasn't expecting Let It Burn. I wasn't expecting that. You were expecting that?
Yeah, because there was a comedian who did that and was talking about the microphone was gonna be on fire.
I don't know.
I didn't expect all the slow songs back to back like that.
Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of like, you know,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, okay. It was more than I expected.
Okay, we got a few more comments here I want to throw in before we get back to the set list. You already know they practicing that shimmy. Listen, the shimmy is not going to die. I just don't know. It was the band for me. The band was phenomenal and spot on. And I do want to say, I went back and I rewatched when Prince played and he had FAMU's band play with him. So shout out to the HBCU bands who always come through with the performance. always come through with the performance, because the Dancing Dolls have performed, Southern has performed, Jackson State have, the HBCU bands always come through with the performance. Let's see, Kappas have made it to the Super Bowl. Girl, won't your daddy be proud? Ain't they doing, girl, they probably twirling canes up in heaven somewhere. I don't know. Yes, Luda. I don't know what JD had on, but one thing I did realize is he, once again, it was just affirmed to me, he looks like an old child because he is really tiny. He's tiny.
From the what it is, the Wizard of Oz, the little munchkins.
I don't know, baby. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm not height shaming you.
I'm not height shaming, but I was like, oh, because at first I was like, who is that little person? Oh, that's JD. Okay.
But with the outfit, it did feel a little munchkinish, because then he have like some short situation.
It was kind of baggy. I don't know. Let's see. It was all the boom except him skating under the dude's legs. Just all the boom, girl. I think you mean the bomb. Yes. I think that was what you was trying to type there, sis. Let's see what else we got here in our comments. I loved all of it. Looking like Lil Ford, Fauntleroy. Little Lord Fauntleroy. Yes. From what's that movie? Who's Little Lord Fauntleroy?
Ain't that the one of the Munchkins?
Oh no.
I know Chandra tell us.
Even that the one from Shrek? No. That's Lord Farquaad. Okay, my production system out over here. Anyway, he's a little, I don't know. Let's see. He was sweating harder than the play. Yes, I will say that. That boy, but you gotta imagine the heat that's just coming from all those lights.
Well, he had the outfit at the end had abs. I didn't understand that. How the outfit got abs, but it looked like it looked.
Jermaine was giving me Uncle Fester. I don't know. It took me a minute to figure out who he was. Yes, it did. Bomb. Yes, Oompa Loompa. That's what you're talking about. The Oompa Loompas.
Yes.
From Willy Wonka. Okay.
Let it burn next.
Set list. Okay. You got it bad when you're okay. And then after You Got It Bad, we had her come out and we talked about her already. This young lady is so talented. So I was even expected, because they were in a slow song set, that they might do their duet, Risk It All. But I love that they didn't do it, actually. I love that they showcase her talent. They showcase her guitar more than singing, right? And then she did that little bit of singing of Bad Girl, which I thought, to me, that was
that's another anthem for me. I mean, personally, Back the Thing Up and Bad Girl, that's the anthems for me.
Because what you know about a supermodel?
I mean, I know that she's
straight out of Elle magazine
and can buy her own bottles.
Yes. Yeah, because pimping ain't easy, right? Okay, let me get off of that one. All right, and then Will.i.am made an appearance, and he was, and what did he say? What did he say? Like, we're gonna take
he
it
was
back?
Throwing it back to whatever year they had done it previously. I think he said 07 or 08 or something like that. I could be wrong with that. I'd have to look that back up.
When they performed it at the Super Bowl, look that up.
Okay,
look it up. Production system's gonna look that up.
Listen, but in the same,
and then they went into
Alicia. Will.i.am looked like he's been eating good too, though.
I don't know when they performed it at this. 2011. That's when they performed it at the Super Bowl. So that is 13 years ago. And so Usher was a surprise during their set and when he brought him out. So I think that was fine. I like that. And then of course, just Lil Jon. We know Lil Jon works in Vegas all the time, DJing at the hotels, doing sets. And honey, they started with Turn Down for What? Right. I was like, okay, I see where you're going.
I think what Lil Jon, not Little John, Lil Jon brings to the table in a way is that he is such a crossover. I mean, you know, everybody really likes Lil Jon, and so I feel like there were some, because I think that there were some people in the audience who, especially in the club and certain songs, right? They probably were like, I don't really know that. But if a Lil Jon comes out and says Turn Down for What, and you in Vegas, they absolutely know that. They have sang that.
Because at first I thought he was gonna do shots. Everybody, yes. Lil Jon is a whole
Yes.
vibe in of himself, all alone, singularly. But I think, and that's another thing, you know, there was again a seamless highlighting of other people and not just Usher songs and not
Right.
just their duets together, because
Right.
that's not one of their songs.
Right.
And of course, Usher, John, and Luda had to do it again. So Ludacris came out and they did yeah, and yeah, 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 like the teacher on the that we saw.
Right. I mean, and again, I think that you know, they were not, you know, we talked about it. I think we talked about it in Vegas, you and I. And at first I was like, no, he's not gonna do a stripper set. But then after we thought about it, I was like, yeah, there's no way he's gonna do an homage to Atlanta and not bring that in.
Yeah.
Obviously in the same way he did on in his residency. And so he found a way to absolutely incorporate it. You know, there's gonna be tomorrow some commentary for the 3.5 seconds of us seeing the women on the pole. I'm sure there's going to be some.
Sure, there's going to be a run on pole classes. They're going to be all signing up for their pole classes. But this was so I.
But hopefully, the parents saw it as more Cirque du Soleil.
Because a lot of those women do Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be athletic. It ain't no.
If you've been to Cirque du Soleil, you've seen people. They might not be swinging on the pole, but they got some pole things going on. They jumping and doing other things. Right. But I thought yeah was going to be the end. I was not expecting Get Low.
What do you mean Get Low?
Get low, get low to the window.
They did they really do that?
They played it, the beat.
Well, I thought we were still saying, hey, bring the A to the world, bring the A to the world. So I don't know. Maybe I missed.
Well, that's the beat. And I heard
that Rockaway part, that's in yeah. That's at the end of the yeah, after they say do the A-Town stomp.
Well, they must have the same beat because I heard Lil Jon talk about a couple songs like yeah having the same beat as Petey Pablo's song. And I think
there's a lot of songs that have. I feel like Let It Burn and Nice and Slow got the same beat.
Let's see. And they're going to have a problem with him taking his shirt off. Well, we knew he was going to have to take his shirt off. I mean,
let's say he's 45 and still got a six pack, and he about to show you.
He's 45. He's still in good shape. Take your shirt off, boo. And I appreciate that. You know, he has a few tasteful tattoos on his back, but he not covered like Adam Levine was. Like Adam could have kept his on because it didn't do the same effect. Because Adam, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you. You heard Get Low too. I heard Get Low. Yes. They cut the show abruptly on my end. Well, you know, I think they said it was going to be the longest show in Super Bowl history. It was slated for 13 minutes. I didn't do the exact count. I'm sure we'll be able to see later. And yes, he always takes his shirt off. And I say, show it. Listen, let me tell you, if I had those abs, I would be naked too. You would never see me with a shirt on. How about that?
I mean, I might have a shirt, but it's going to be a crop top.
He took the whole 15 minutes. Yes, I think he probably did take the whole 15 minutes. Okay, let's see. I don't even know what's happening right now. But anyway, so sister, overall, we said we loved it. We were happy to see Usher. I think his concert tickets are going to be selling out very quickly.
Well, I think they go on sale like
they already went on sale.
Went on sale, yeah. And so again, listen.
My sister said I wanted him to start the show with it all. I mean, why not? Just do it. Come on out there.
Y'all know he had. This is why Usher had to take off the shirt.
They're gonna say it's a family show. Adam's show was voted as one of the worst since he took his shirt off. Well, they can't say that about Usher. Baby.
He have to show you the ticking moves, and that's why he have to take his shirt off so y'all can see all that. But at the end of the day, in the beginning of the day, and in the middle of the day, again, the days. And for all 365, if you know Usher, you know a shirt is gonna come off. I mean, it's been coming off since
14.
Yeah, pretty much.
Y'all are tuning live. We thank you so much for joining us for this Usher Bowl Sunday and our live reaction to the Usher concert that took off in the middle of a Super Bowl 58. We absolutely loved and adored the show. So I guess the big question is, sister, are we going to find a city to go check it out?
Well, it just so happens, not that I was doing any research or anything, but on October 4th, he will be in Dallas, Texas. And I happen to know someone who has a birthday on October 3rd.
Sure.
So it's possible.
I was thinking the same.
All things are possible for if you put your trust in Christ.
And if that is the thought process, then that would probably mean.
And I know the real scripture, so don't be clowning if y'all be like, she don't even know what the Lord say.
But the Lord
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
But the Lord say, ask and ye shall what? Receive. So you gotta ask. So let's put that ask out there. I think it would be also we're gonna do we're gonna have to pray on that.
We'll pray on it, but let me just say this. You ever felt like there are some people who they when they hitting. I feel like this is just Usher's season. And if I'm gonna get in my spiritual testimony type phase, when we saw him in November, that was one of my key takeaways from the show, was to see this young man who's been in this game now for over 30 years to be able to perform 100 shows in a Las Vegas residency. Not everybody and their mama running to Las Vegas. Like, slow down, son. It ain't going to be the same for you, but whatever. But he is definitely in his bag right now. This is his season. And it just goes to show that, as Oprah Winfrey has said many times before, God can dream a bigger dream than we can. He is like, I mean, today done announced that he Wayne got another marriage license. I should say he gonna, like Usher, John, and Luda have to do it again. He gonna do this marriage thing again.
Well, but he had the Lovers and Friends concert.
Yeah, the Lovers and Friends concert in Vegas annually. He's dropped the new album. He's dropped the tour dates. He obviously just wrapped up this epic Super Bowl. He's 45 years old. He is again, now they got the marriage license. He actually has a home in Henderson, Nevada. So I think he has embraced Vegas as a place that he really does love and adore. And I'm like, good for you. He is because he had a few rough years there. And now Chili didn't have to be posting her man, but it was his birthday today. I guess she had to be, but she ain't had to do that on Usher Bowl Sunday.
That woman said it ain't got nothing to do with her. That ain't her business, okay?
But no, I'm like, it's amazing to see him at this point in his life. I just think it's great. So the show was great overall. But like I said, I'm a fan and been a fan for a while. And let me just shout out the Southern University as well, because I saw Usher for the first time in concert at Southern University for homecoming. And I remember also a few years ago when Her was on their homecoming lineup. And I was like, who is Her? What? I was like, did they is this misspelled? What is this? And then I was like, H period, E period, R period. What does it stand? What does that stand for? I remember not having no clue who Her was. I mean, obviously I was not the target audience and I was out of school. So to see that young lady evolve in the way she has, it's amazing. I am so happy for these folks doing what they love and doing it with excellence and doing it on one of the biggest stages around. Good for them.
I just want to, sister, this is breaking news from our production assistant. So Jessica Kennedy Vickers, come on, get back into the comments, girl. The Sonic Boom has been booked and busy. In case you missed it, Jackson State University Sonic Boom of the South just performed at the Super Bowl halftime show featuring Usher.
Well, congratulations to the Sonic Boom. We know it's because Southern University had to come back for Bacchus Parade, but it's all love and it's all HBCU love. So we're very proud of the Sonic Boom of the South. And I wish they would allow them to wear their school uniforms, though.
Yes, because when FAMU performed with Prince, they did have their uniform. I might tell you a lot of things, but I'll never tell you a lie.
Well, you did like this, so I ain't know. I thought
The
maybe
emotion was, I don't know. And I didn't know if they did like when Beyonce did for her homecoming, how she had
Did
people
an
audition from
amalgamation.
different bands. It was an amalgamation. I thought it might have been amalgamation.
right.
But what Kappa chapter? Where them two Kappas came
Right.
from?
Vegas alumni.
Internet, get on that. Yeah. Shit. If
What?
Vegas alumni, maybe, child, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because they're old. I mean, they were old enough. They had crossed the. They better not be an undergraduate. They look like they had crossed that threshold already.
I don't know. I didn't see their face because they had some
They had like hats on.
hats and different things. I didn't see that, girl. I don't know. Well, child, okay. Closing thoughts, closing comment. I think you gave us some. You talked about seeing the evolution, seeing Usher kind of in his having his moment right now. And I will say, I can think for me, after we saw him in November, I did say that it was and they better be they better be active, as my husband say, on all three levels, because they got levels to their activeness, girl. Listen. But I remember seeing him on Star Search. Right. And so to see literally 31, 32 years later, to see him at the height and pinnacle, sounding great, looking great, and still doing what he was doing as a 20-something, as a 40-something. The dance moves are still sharp and crisp. He's still tight. Yeah, I don't think Will I Am opened his legs wide enough for him to slide under there like he did. So that was a little mishap. But other than that, he's crisp, he's sharp, his voice is strong, he looks strong, and it just looks like there's a peace that he has within him now. And there's something when you have a peace within that shows up outside without you even having to try. And that's what I saw tonight. I saw her with just like, I'm on this big stage, and there's so much gratitude, like grateful to be in that moment on that big stage. And
but
just
also owning it in command.
And that's what I'm saying. And just do her thing. Yeah. Right. And then, like you said, Alicia was looking thicker than a snicker, and she came out there, and he was doing a little flirt thing that he always does. And I was like, he was doing a little thing. That's why he wasn't touched. He was just doing a little thing, and made it look like he liked her like that. And she,
Well, this is so interesting. I thought about because earlier this year because I think it's also an anniversary of my boo, maybe, or maybe that was not earlier this year, last year. Mm-hmm. It's 2024. But maybe my boo or something had an anniversary. I don't know. A production assistant, if you want to look that up, but there was a conversation about there being a remake or some sort of My Boo. What year did it come out? Some sort of remake or follow up to My Boo. And honestly, I feel like it's good. I mean, I feel like it was already done now. Mm-hmm. Y'all know I don't mean to talk. It
is the 20th anniversary of My Boo this year. It was 2004. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So I think that so it was cool that they did that. I think Good is the response to that song if there was a follow-on song. But it would have been cool if Alicia Keys had been on it. I think because Summer Walker doesn't do it for me on that song, and I really like it. But the level of confidence that her had and just ease and performance, it's like I'm here, and if you don't know me, you're gonna know me. But but also not trying to do too much, but giving. Like I said, I feel like Prince was smiling down, really like, okay, okay, little brother, I see you. I
Yeah.
really feel like that happened, So
He fine. Fine. I remember seeing Usher when he was 20. I girl, listen. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us.
I
Oh.
know one thing, Dr. Larissa, if she's still on, I'm gonna go drink some bone broth because clearly Usher still all of his limbs is still activated, and he's got all the collagen in his knees and all the parts.
Knees, ankles, wrists,
Right.
finger joints, all of his joints is working good, girl.
Yes, he's got and to your point, and again, not trying to get on my testimonies bandwagon, but
I testify.
I mean, it ain't my testimony anyway, but I'm just saying, like, that goes to show, as we were talking about earlier today, about our body being our temple. And when you take care of it, it will take care of you. And I think that's also, I mean, like, look, like this, like somebody asking, what did he do to prepare for his performance? And it's like, I've been preparing all my life. I was preparing all my life for this moment to happen. Now, just imagine if he had fallen into some of the same traps that some other folks, and he's had his situations,
Situation.
right? But if he had fallen into some of the same traps when it came to taking care of his body and drug addiction or what alcoholism or what have you, he wouldn't be able to put on this kind of show at this age like this. And so it's a lot to be said about taking good care of yourself, child.
So, what do you think they gonna do for the New Orleans halftime show, baby? Because I will tell you, Beyonce has done it. Yes, all the collagen in the knees, in the finger joints, all the joints to be able to move like that, and for his skin to be so smooth
It's very,
and glowing.
very
Yes,
glowing.
honey, get your bone broth on, okay? It also helps heal your gut as well, so you won't be bloated. That's why he can do what he do. Mm. Anyway, who you think they gonna have for New Orleans next year?
Um, who I would like them, what I would like them to be able to do is have a
A real New
tribute,
Orleans show.
yeah, a real New Orleans show, and do a tribute to a plethora of New Orleans artists. I mean, last year, not 2020. Let me say the years 2022. If you remember, John Baptiste won a number of Grammy awards. Excuse me. And I love me some little John Baptiste. So I would love to see, and he has a great song, him, PJ Martin, and Trombone Shorty. I would love to see that kind of show for 2025. A real tribute to New Orleans music, because in the spirit of Lil Jon and Getting Low and the Yin Yang Twins shaking it like a salt shaker, again, as we have noted on many occasions, much of what has become Atlanta trap music was birthed out of New Orleans bounce music culture. And I think that it's important for New Orleans to reclaim its heritage, if you will, as a musical city.
Yes.
Like, you have very talented people who have come
Because we
out.
was shaking like a salt shaker in 88. Because even Warren Mays, y'all don't know about that Warren Mays Get It Girl. Okay. I'll just let y'all go Google that. Go look that up. Warren Mays Get It Girl. We
But
was
yeah,
They was twerking something back in 88, okay? We was twerking something long before Yin Yang came along. I would just let y'all know. You
but
know what I'm talking about, cousin. That's right.
that's what I would like to see in New Orleans. An amalgamation. That is my word for tonight. An amalgamation of true New Orleans artistry that shows the city, the city's musical history, from jazz being the birthplace of jazz, even though Utah took the name of the basketball team, to gospel,
Jazz, blues, gospel, R&B.
B, and bounce. Like,
Oh,
let's talk
oh my
through it.
God.
Let's that's how I think we should do it. what Atlanta did for the New Orleans Saints at Atlanta Falcons football game this year when they did their homage to hip hop and they made it a full-on Atlanta extravaganza. It needs to be a New Orleans extravaganza.
I would love that.
Zydeco even. Make it Southern.
We gotta call Tim Cook. Can we write a letter to Tim Cook right now?
I mean, we can. I don't know that he gonna see it or answer, but sure.
Or we need Tim Cook. Somebody send this to Tim Cook. I was listening to Ricky B today.
Baby, they played your boy. They didn't play Put Your Balance On, but what's the name?
Tim Smooth is about to rock the house.
No, that's Tim Smooth. No, that ain't who did Put Your Balance. Bust Down, yeah.
No, he had Meet Me at Rube, and you had to go to Rubenstein's to buy your ballads. That's all. Yeah. That's why Tim Smooth came into my head, girl. Listen, y'all, that would be fabulous. And their bands.
And since it will be the Mardi Gras season, we can do an entire Mardi Gras parade in the Superdome.
Like they do when Bacchus ends and they do their ball and bring the floats through the dome.
Right. I mean, you can. Now, obviously, again, for somebody like me, some of that exhaust would be a little too much. But
it is a lot. Well, they're not going to do that because the game was going to have to be played on the field. So they're not going to be able to do it like that.
Not quite like that. But you can, you can't bring the floats in. But yes, you can have that spirit of a Mardi Gras parade celebration in there. So these are just some of my thoughts.
Those are some of my, so literally, as you said, John Baptiste, Trombone Shorty, PJ Morton, they can redo the Tiny Desk set with, with Juvie. I mean, even Abbott Elementary had to pay a nod to Juvie.
Did you see that? I was like, girl,
I laughed so hard. I felt, they were like, how could we reset Ava? And they had that light, and she's like, she's like, stop messing with me, Juvenile. I laughed heartily. That was fantastic. There's just so much wonderful. We'll see what happens for 2025. But as we get ready to close out tonight for this special broadcast, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Usher post-concert reaction party with UsherBowl Sunday with Hey Sister. We thoroughly enjoyed chatting with y'all, and I don't know if we're going to go watch the rest of this game. I will say this, the commercials have been trash.
I mean,
I didn't see the Beyonce Verizon commercial. I didn't see it. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it because I ain't been really watching it all good much.
I haven't really watched it either. All I know is
her hairline. She's
Act 2.
Oh, Act 2 for what? Her album.
Yeah.
Renaissance Act. She announced Act 2 for her album. I mean, everybody dropping things. I don't know, but she also has a hair product line coming out. So Beyonce does, and y'all gonna go give her all. Y'all gonna give her all y'all money, but I'm gonna stick with what I know works for this hair right here. How about that?
Yeah, I'm not hating on. So Beehive, don't come after me. But I know she has great hair, but it's usually weaved, so covered up with a wig or a weave. So I don't know.
We got an agreement on a fire lineup for what we said for the show. Go 49ers, yes. And commercials or celebrity field. Well, child, I ain't seen none.
Well, I would like to go ahead and put in my petition to work on the team, the marketing team, or help with not help. I want to get paid, but let's talk about. I have lots of ideas. The ideas flow.
I want to put in the plug to have Hey Sister do a partnership with the NFL, and we bring in a woman of a certain age and women of a certain demographic to the Super Bowl celebrations all around it. So like they said, asking ye shall receive, speak it out into the atmosphere. We're going to speak it out and we're going to name it and claim it. How about that? she basically stated she's dropping a new, yes, Beyonce's dropping a new album, and she's dropping, like I said, her hair product line. My daughter is super hype. Like, our production says is hype over this new album. Comes out on 3/29. Okay. Okay. What's the significance of March 29th?
I don't know. I think she's just dropping that.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Maybe it has significance. I don't know.
Well, listen, I'm, I just want to say one last thing. When tonight is over, tonight is all about Usher, and I'm very excited for Usher. And again, let's go, Usher Raymond, UsherRaymond. And we knew, and I like you heard the allusion to like the game culture tags where they were like, well, what
But yes,
at 7:00. I love that. Shout out to the culture tag people. I'm sure. I mean, we know that's where. At least I feel like that's where it came from. So that's also awesome for them as well. But I do hope that once we're done with this game tonight, we can stop talking about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
And my daughter says she thinks that we're going to, because it looks like they're going to lose. We shall see. I don't know
how long the relationship lasts after they lose, if they lose.
I have no idea about that. I will say
because Ice Spice was up there. I didn't feel like when they was walking in, I felt like the people was so happy to see Taylor Swift. I felt like they didn't even recognize little Ice Spice, and she did have a commercial. I did see her commercial.
Well, I will say this, that fervor probably is not going to die down. And the hate and whatever is probably not going to die down. Now, if they break up and she do an album about them, then we got a whole nother cycle of it to come. So whatever.
She gonna drop hers on 3:30 after Beyonce dropped.
Whatever happens with them, the season's gonna be over. Football's gonna be down for a while, so we won't have the same level. But my hope is that we get away from the obsession of other people's lives.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just been too much. Like at the end of the day, I mean, yes, of course she was gonna like yesterday. They were really like, so there was a private jet that landed in Los Angeles that we believe is Taylor Swift. Now we gotta see how she's gonna get. I'm like, dude, we know she was gonna make it. Mm-hmm. Oh, Travis Kelce's mother said she couldn't afford the seats for a suite for the Super Bowl. Oh, he bought a Super Bowl suite for her and for Taylor's family to enjoy. Miss Kelce, I ain't trying to get in your business, Mom. I don't know your business like that, but I don't believe you could really afford the ones in Kansas City. I'm sure they've been paying for it the whole time, so I don't even know why that was a story.
Well, we kind of also know, first of all, you got two sons who NFL players.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the first thing they want to do is build their mama house. So I'm sure they're going to give you some tickets to the game, Mom. I mean, come on. Like, girl, you ain't been paying for tickets forever. What are you talking about? I can't afford a suite.
She can't. She on a retirement salary.
She can't, but she wasn't gonna buy it no way.
That part. Listen, I don't care about what them people doing with their life. I know Brittany trying to get because she tired of the Taylor stuff too. She ain't tired of it. I'm just making this up. But Brittany about to be on Sports Illustrated, girl.
Brittany Spears.
Mahomes.
Oh, Brittany Mahomes. I'm about to say Brittany. Who, girl? She don't come with a first name. You gonna have to give me a last name. Brittany.
Why you gonna do that woman like that?
Because you say Brittany, I'm thinking Britney Spears, baby. Don't come with Brittany one name and think that's like me saying Beyonce, and you would automatically think no. And I'd be like, no, Beyonce Fox from Q93. No, nobody does that. We got to say the whole thing.
Okay, well,
shout out to Beyonce Fox.
She about to be on Sports Illustrated.
Look, you see Keisha with me. Thank you, Keisha. Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Sure. Anyway. All right, y'all. Finally, good night. Mwah. We love you. Tune in next Sunday. We'll have a regular scheduled episode with Hey Sister. And thank y'all for hanging with us tonight for this
All
episode.
right. Good night.
Bye.